Hi everyone, welcome to Best Recipes with Sharon. Have you ever wondered what to make for lunch or for a snack that would be super easy and fast to make, and yet delicious and appetizing? Well, here it is, easy pizza toast. So let's get started. Start by taking a frying pan and cutting some bacon in half. I usually cut it in half so that it fits on the toast nicely anyway, and perhaps it makes it a little easier to fry. And it's a good idea to turn the oven on to preheat it to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So you just take and fry up your favorite bacon. So preferably using some bacon that doesn't have a whole lot of fat so that it doesn't fry away and leave you with very little to work with. I fry it until it's pretty much cooked. I might leave it a little bit on the tender side because it is going in the oven after, but I do like my bacon well cooked. So it's starting to brown out pretty good here, and you brown it on both sides, of course. Now this isn't going to take very many ingredients. This is the beauty. It's a very simple thing. You just use some bread, some ketchup, and some mozzarella cheese. So if you have these things around the house, it's really quick, easy, and economical to go ahead and make this. The amount you use will depend on how many you want to make. So there is no set amount on how much bacon you fry up and how much ketchup you use or how much of the cheese either. It is personal preference. I'm just doing 3 of them today. Having said that, I use about 4 half strips of bacon per toast. Start with some fresh slices of bread, and then I use a good quality ketchup on it. I use Heinz ketchup. That's what I prefer, but you can use whatever kind of ketchup you have handy. So you'll just use the ketchup as your sauce. So this gives it a bit of a sweet tomato taste, and it's a great alternative to use when you don't actually have pizza sauce around the house. And I just use the back of a spoon to spread it out nicely to the edges of each piece of bread. Then place some generous strips of bacon on top of each slice of bread. And I place a little piece of tin foil on the rack below the rack that I'm going to put the bread on. This will save any mess in the bottom of your oven from the cheese. And yes, you need to have cheese in order to complete it. And I just use mozzarella cheese, but you can use whatever type of cheese suits you. And I load on as much cheese as what each piece can hold. Then I take each one and place it on the top rack, right directly on the rack, in the oven that's already been preheated to about 425 degrees. And like I already mentioned about putting the tin foil on the rack below, it's just to catch all the drippings because the cheese does drop off onto the bottom of the oven if you don't have something there to catch it. Now you'll know they're done in about 7 to 10 minutes depending on how crisp you like your toast to be and when your cheese is fully melted and slightly browned. So I just put on some oven mitts and just take it off of the rack onto a cutting board like this. And that's it, it's ready to eat. That's as simple as it is. So this can be made by just simple ingredients that you usually have around the house. This will amaze you at how delicious this really is. So go ahead, give it a try. I hope you enjoy. And until next time, happy eating!